On the 16th of December 2012, a young woman was gang raped on a moving bus in South Delhi. It was the most horrific rape that one had heard of. A young woman brutalized in an unimaginable manner by a group of men, one of them legally a juvenile. It was the kind of brazen attack that explained why Delhi, our national capital, has been called India's rape capital. It was an attack that was part of a culture of violence, anger, hatred, and deep-rooted sexism that runs through the veins of a place that millions call home. But if the light of Nirbhaya's life was extinguished, there was a new light that emerged, a sign that India had had enough.
Ram Singh, the main accused. He was the driver of the bus and was traced to R.K. Puram in South Delhi following this picture caught by a CCTV camera yesterday. The bus has been seized and Ram Singh initially denied the charge and had washed all the evidence off the bus.
The accused started the argument with the boy when they asked him inside the bus what he was doing with the girl at that time of the night. Since the couple retaliated and especially the girl fought back very hard, the men got even more angry and they thought they must teach her a lesson. The police have arrested 4 of the accused and they're looking for 2 more, for which they have sent teams to Rajasthan and Bihar.
Here at Safdarjung Hospital, the raped and brutalized woman's condition continues to be critical.
This congested bylane in one of South Delhi's slum clusters is home to 2 of the main accused in Delhi's horrific gang rape case, Ram Singh and his brother Mukesh. Ram Singh was the driver of the bus in which this horrific incident took place. This is the home of Vinay Sharma, who has been arrested along with 3 others who are also residents of this slum, the Ravidas slum in South Delhi. Now we have the father of Vinay here with us. His name is Hariram Sharma. ये बताइए हरिराम जी, आप तो लड़के के पिताजी हैं, लेकिन फिर भी जितना हॉरिफिक क्राइम है, क्या आपको लगता है कि जो भी इसमें सजा का हकदार है, जिसने भी किया है, उसको क्या सख्त से सख्त सजा मिलनी चाहिए?
हाँ सर, अगर उसने किया है तो उसको सख्त सजा दिया जाए, अगर नहीं किया तो उसको बाइज्जत बरी कर दिया जाए।
Anger spilling on the streets outside Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit's residence, and the police already under fire, turning their fury on protesters. Similar scenes outside Delhi Police's headquarters, a collective anger now finding a voice, demanding answers, suggesting solutions. The Delhi Police has come under strong criticism for the city, which has recorded over 600 rape cases this year. They are now trying to put certain steps in place to make the city safer.
The 23-year-old victim of the brutal gang rape case in the capital finally recorded her statement in front of the sub-divisional magistrate late Friday night.
She has given a very fearless and bold statement to kind of make sure that the justice is meted out.
The statement was part verbal and part in the form of a questionnaire, which the girl painstakingly answered in detail for almost 2 hours.
The big story that we're tracking all throughout the morning, massive protests like we've never seen before.
We want justice! We want justice! We want justice! We want justice!
People are highly agitated. We are trying to pacify them. We are talking to them. This is a leaderless crowd in which many people have indulged in violence.
But I think there is one worry over here, and that worry is that these protests has at some stage become this mob mentality which has descended over here, and it's a free-for-all, and that's the worry.
Absolute anarchy here, absolute anarchy at North Block. I'm just going to ask my camera person to give you shots. It's this crowd that has been engaging these people, actively now clashing with the cops, and it's actually a very, very, very tense situation right now.
They have to be hanged.
फांसी नहीं, बीच में चौराहे में लगे हम सबके सामने फांसी, ताकि वो दोबारा करने का सोचे नहीं, किसी के दिल में ख्याल भी आए तो सबसे पहले उन्हें सजा याद आए.
There is a great deal of anger over here, and as with people on the ground, the police are now having to confront once again an entire large group of people, a few people who have decided to lie down on the ground. Several people, I can tell you at this stage, are injured. I know that. I have seen people being hit brutally by the police. There are young children over here. There are teenagers over here. There are women over here. There are students over here. And for the police to have taken a step, like they have just now, well, it was a pretty extreme step, and the merits of this action will need to be debated.
Vishnu, the scenes were extremely unruly. The violence was to the level I haven't seen through the day. The mob really they were throwing stones, throwing water bottles, whatever they could lay their hands on at the police. The police in the end, was reduced to firing water cannons, doing firing some also. There was an intense lathi charge there. What we can also tell you is the fact that oh God. Oh.
All right, there's another lathi charge now. We need to move away from this particular area. Basically, the police have decided that this situation cannot be handled anymore. They have decided to dominate this area now. Dr. Bedi, tell us, in a situation like this, what would you do if you were the ACP over there controlling this situation?
Such demonstrations ought to have been heard and spoken to. I think 4 people were missing. Beginning with the police commissioner. He should have been on the spot to speak to them. Then after him, the lieutenant governor, missing. The chief minister, missing. Home minister, missing. Home secretary, missing. 5. Any 5 of them, if they had been there, you would not have had this situation.
Perhaps, there were 5 rounds of tear gas shelling and lathi charges. By the time 7 students and 1 teacher from LSR were allowed to actually meet the Home Minister. So, did the government not wake up late? That's the big question.
You're watching NDTV 24/7, and we are trying to bring you the latest repercussions of the gang rape of the 23-year-old last week, and we saw massive protests which turned into a clash between the police and the protesters yesterday. Today, a huge amount of security out on Delhi streets to keep the protesters away. Section 144 has been imposed in certain areas of central Delhi.
The police had initially hoped to take away the protesters in the bus. But what the protesters have managed to do, they've actually managed to puncture the tires of the bus, so the bus itself cannot move. But the police not waiting for another bus to arrive, shipping them off one by one in the PCR vans.
We're here now back at India Gate, where it's a completely pitched battle that's broken out now between the police on one side and protesters on the other. It is incredible how this has descended to this situation, because just 10-15 minutes ago, it was a completely peaceful protest that was taking place here. Suddenly, we saw and heard tear gas shells being fired.
In fact, several of the protesters, also students, had been saying that there is a peaceful protest, but through the morning, there have been several instances of provocation where some elements essentially trying to block traffic. They've actually damaged the windshields of buses, public buses.
Well, we're feeling the effects of the tear gas as well, because it's pretty strong. They fired so many tear gas shells into the air right now. I have to say that having been here since this morning, you do see a lot of genuine student protesters, young people, who...
You and your team just move away from that area. Nidhi and the team moving away from that area where tear gas shells.
My crew and my camera person are not hurt in this.
The death of a Delhi police constable has saddened everyone, including those who are out here today at Jantar Mantar to carry on with their protest against what they feel is government inaction.
As a father of 3 daughters myself, I feel as strongly about this as each one of you. Anger at this crime is justified, but violence will serve no purpose.
The condition of the 23-year-old medical student fighting for her life deteriorated on Tuesday night. Doctors stabilized her. All of Wednesday, top doctors in Delhi reviewed her condition. By evening, a decision was taken at the highest level to move her to a state-of-the-art facility in Singapore at Mount Elizabeth Hospital.
With her has flown in lots of expectations and hope for not just this girl, but for lots of women across India who believe that this case will perhaps bring out not just the miseries that this girl had to go through, but also atrocities against women.
Our only wish today is that she recovers and that she comes back to us